me to draw it? I can draw it. I got this. Electrical system coming up.
I'm gonna clip these out, dude, and I'm gonna fucking put them on our YouTube. I bet you they get like 1 trillion views.
How close to Christmas? What's their election? Well, this is a precursor to our panel,
Oh yeah.
right?
It should have been the casting
This is
couch,
practice.
bro.
I'm not putting my beer down for this one.
What?
I'm not putting my beer down.
You're not putting your beer down for it.
All right. So
So
I'm gonna.
beer.
Really?
All right.
Oh,
So.
you found the markers.
Power. This is power distribution.
You found the markers and you chose the worst one.
I know the green one's way better.
Is it? I'll get the green one. You use the Sharpie.
Oops.
So we get a different marker.
What do you say? What's the comment say?
Which one?
The last one. You're all
Here I was about to be greedy. Yeah, no one's
Same
commenting
comment.
or anything.
All right.
Kind of wild. We've got 219 on X. We've got 14 on YouTube.
It's our patio. It's our patio over here, guys.
Okay.
We had
This
burgers
is
out
where we
there.
barbecue, yeah.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Okay. It's the halfway mark.
Yep.
All right. So power comes in. Main substation. All right. So it's 36 kVA substation. It's a 7.5 to 1247.
36.
1247.
Rich said not to scale.
Not to scale.
Thank you for the clarification, Rich.
I'm to scale. That's all that matters. All right. So
Off the scale.
off the scale. Yeah. All right. So we got
Oh.
main lines coming in to our substation.
Get roasted.
We have 7 main feeds in our building. All right. So first feeds go to this corner here. Boom. Then we also have a fan controller back here as well. So this 1247 kVA main feed feeds the majority of the high bay and what used to be the hammers for the forge.
And when he says 1247, he means 12,407 kVA.
Correct. All right, so we take that 1247, those 7 separate feeds of 1247, and we step down in the building to 480. That is our main supply in the building, is 480.
So how much copper y'all got in there?
Way too much.
Yeah. This is a meth head's paradise.
Don't come here. We'll shoot.
So there is a 2.5 kVA transformer outside that feeds mezzanine 1. All right, mezzanine 1. Mezzanine 1 has about 4,000 amps of power at 480. So again, that's 4,000 amps at 480. We take that 480, and that's where we start building out our wall. So we have a 750, a 500, a 500, and a 1,000 kVA transformer. 500.
The 1,000 is in the future.
Right, 1,000 is in the future, and 750. So that's 480 to 415. These are all 415. 415 volts. Boom, boom, boom. So when we take that 415 down to the PDU level, that now becomes 240, which is what the machines run on.
He's not wrong.
What do you say?
Oh, I imagine it's all aluminum. And
It is
then
not all
Asian
aluminum.
Said,
We have
well, thank
we
God
have a total
it's
of no. You just removed those, didn't you?
Yes.
We had a total of 3 drops that were on aluminum wire, but everything in this building is copper.
Okay, so pause from this for a second. Aluminum is a great source for running electrical. The problem with copper is how it expands.
Aluminum.
aluminum.
Aluminum. The problem with aluminum is how much it expands. We are running continuous power through it, so as aluminum heats up, it expands far more than copper does, right? So it expands, I think, at a rate of, God, my metallurgy background, I should know this. I think 0.127% of its initial size. So if you have 10 feet of aluminum wire, it's going to be close to 10 feet and like 3 inches. And when you're running that in a bus bar scenario and you're going 6 feet, that's going to push your electrical panel and loosen your connections as it contracts and cools. That's why we don't run aluminum, we run copper, because of how it expands according to the heat. You're welcome. All right, so that's our build out for the 415.
The easiest way to also say that is that copper is a better conductor than aluminum is.
Our second build out on this side is our 277 mezzanine. We call it 277, but it is a 3500 kVA 480 transformer that is on this mezzanine. And we're able to pull and separate those 480 lines down to 277 to run all the new generation machines. There's no step down transformers needed. That's why we can build out this 277 a lot faster than we can the 415 step downs. So that consists of our current high bay scenario. I'm gonna erase this, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna draw the low bay a little bit larger because there's a lot more going on in the low bay. Low bay. Okay.
I'm learning so much right now.
Low bay side. It's actually not that big, it's probably over here.
Yeah, what is that?
That's the mezzanine.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So
this is front side. Yeah.
this is your high bay back here. This is all the low bay where Django is going to be. We have a second story on the low side. So we have a 20-foot ceiling. About 12 feet up, we have a concrete supported structure. On that structure, we have the remaining 4 main shutoffs. There is a short of actually one of Fred's guys, Brad, doing a Frankenstein lever for the 277 main transformer. These are all 12.47 kVA. They're massive switches. These are the main disconnects for the building for this side. They feed the transformers on the low side. Well, one of them does. Two of them are also disconnected, so we have that additional power available to us. We have 2 more transformers and switch gears up top. So we have a 3500, so 3.5, and a 15, so 1.5. The 1.5 is feeding, or will be feeding, the new wall that we're building for Django. So we have...
I mean, it's currently feeding.
It's currently feeding. So
Right.
you have what we're calling 6.1 and 6 right here. Then we have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All separate bus bars. Each bus bar is 600 amps, and it comes down to an individual rack and builds
What
out.
does it say?
Oh, sorry. I was just clicking buttons.
Mark's Chris over here, clicking buttons. From the 3500, we have barely scratched the surface of the 3500 transformer that's on the low bay side. The only thing that we have really pulled off of it are 2 208 volt, or we've actually retapped these transformers. These transformers came out of a former data center, and Fred retapped these transformers / PDUs closer to 220. So the 220 transformers that we have here are now feeding Django's server rack. And there's way too many that I mean, there's 30 some odd server racks, 2,000 GPUs roughly.
Yeah.
There's a lot. So this is all being fed. And what makes our setup different than a lot of other facilities is, one, we're doing it in a pre-existing structure, and we're doing it all with floating cable tray. So all of our runs are to our PDUs, our SO cord, and they're all suspended on cable tray. If you guys have seen the previous videos where I walked you through the farm, you can see all that cable laying on the cable tray. What do you got? What is the difference between 220 and 240? 20 volts. It's going to be your supply lines coming in. So 220 coming off your pole is what most houses have standard, and it's because of the voltage drop coming down your lines. So if you have 220 coming into your house, you have 210 at your wall. If you have 240 coming into your house, you'll have 115, 120 at your outlets. It's the difference between what you have capable from the transformers on your lines. So we here have 36,000 kVA 3-phase coming into the building, which all the way step down gives us 240 after multiple step down transformers. So it's between 3-phase, single phase, and what you have available in your area.
And the major difference between like specifically 220 and 240 is amperage.
Yes.
So, and that's what really matters, because amperage equals heat. Heat obviously is what dictates what you need to utilize for airflow. So the higher the amperage, or not the higher, well, yeah, no, the higher the amperage, the more heat is generated.
Correct.
So if you can get your machines to run on something like 277, the machines will run at a reduced heat. In turn, should be.
Well, Chris has got his phone out. We can do some simple calculations. Okay, so
here we go. Here we go. The teachers inbound.
Teachers inbound. All right. So if you guys are in the space of cryptocurrency mining, you should know what this is.
Illuminati.
No, not Illuminati.
Wrong triangle.
It's. Oh, now I can't even remember.
You guys should know.
Oh,
John
snap.
doesn't, but you guys should.
Is it amps over volts times watts? Right? Is it volts?
I'm just an office guy.
Electrical triangle calculator. I think now I feel stupid. Uh-oh.
I equals P over V. Yeah.
Parallel
P
voltage.
equals I times V. I'll just show you the picture.
Thank you. So amps, I think, right? What amps divided by watts and voltage. Is that correct?
I think so.
Okay. No, so watts over amps. Amps divided by voltage.
Is it watts, amps, voltage?
Well, to figure out your amperage, it's your voltage. So 240 divided by
Your amps.
divided by your wattage.
Oh, that's right. That's how you figure out your amperage.
Right. To find out your amperage, 3200. So 240 divided by 3200 would give you, Chris, doing the math?
240 divided by 3200.
So voltage over watts.
Watts, amps,
0.075.
volts.
What is it?
0.075.
0.075?
Yeah.
3200
over
divided
30.
by.
Oh, you wanted it
3200
the other way
divided by
around.
240.
Watts.
We do this on the fly. 13.33.
13.33.
There we go.
13 amps.
Volts.
See, yes, Stick Shark's got it. He's got it.
Watts divided. Thank you. See, this is why I love you guys.
That's why I love you guys, he says.
So 30.
We know the math.
We know the math.
Sober.
Divided by 240 is how many amps? 32?
13.33.
13.33.
13.33 amps. All right, but if we do 32 over 277,
3200 over 277. 11.55.
11.55. So your amperage is far less doing running the 277 PSU or the new machine. So even lower when you're running a 3-phase T21. Oh no, I dropped it. There we go. See, together we figured it out.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Well, that's the constant equation, and when we're stepping it up and down constantly, we need to figure out your amperage. So if we have 1,000 amps available at 480, and we want to figure out how many amps we'll have at 240, we have to multiply the 1,000 by 1.77 to figure out our amperage that we'd have available at 240. That's what we're doing all over the place when it comes to these transformers.
It'll definitely be easier to sleep now.
Why is John no longer a teacher? Because he just rambles.
Yeah, how did we get into a conversation about Ohm's Law?
I
How
don't
did
know.
that happen?
Ohm's Law. There you go.
How did that happen?
I like how we have almost 250 people watching.
I know, yeah, watching us ramble on.
Drunk
About-
math and electrical with John
All right,
Clark.
draw some happy little trees.
Happy little trees. All right.
Yep.
Happy little trees.
Well, you were supposed to be just drawing how our electrical is distributed.
But can you pee on a bus bar safely? This guy's asking the hard-hitting
Ooh.
questions.
That is
Want me to
a
go
hard
try?
So you have to be very careful because we're introducing neutral. Okay, you're introducing neutral. I was running a PDU the other day and blacked out for about 40 seconds.
This is why we have an electrician, not John.
We pay for it to get electrocuted, so I don't have to.
Yeah.
We were running some of our new PDUs that hold 30 plus machines, 20 amp outlets pretty much. I was moving it. There happened to be a short. I don't know what happened. I blacked out for a good 30 to 40 seconds. By the time I came to, I had no gap in time, but the guys that were on the ground yelling at me at the top of the ladder were really freaked out. Are you okay?
Honestly, I think Twitter's blowing smoke up our ass because it says we got 233 people on Twitter, but 0 comments.
Oh, come on,
What the fuck is
Twitter.
wrong with y'all?
Twitter.
No
Get
balls.
your shit together.
Chris won't do it. No balls.
No.
Go.
Get your shit together, Twitter.
See you never. Oh.
Come on, X. You got this. Oh, it's X now. It's not Twitter.
It's not Twitter.
That's
it's X.
probably why we're getting fragrant flower. Wow.
This is also how our network works,
Yep.
right? The server room. And we have
It's
our
a fucking
branches.
tree. No, you can't. No, we already did the network thing.
Oh,
You
sorry,
can't redo
sorry.
it. Fucking tree. They can't even see the tree. You gotta do it darker.
They can see it. You can see it, right?
Give me a second. I gotta catch up to it. Yeah, I can. It kind of looks like a. No, I don't even know what that looks like. That looks like it looks like broccoli.
Looks like
Which kind of looks like a tree. CJ Crypto was banned from Twitter, probably for good reason.
Coochie Coin!
You didn't put his name in it.
Yeah, you didn't put your name in the ticket, so they couldn't find you.